Okay, now it's time for the thing that I've been really looking forward to, and a real highlight of any stay at a Shukubo temple lodging, and that's dinner. And dinner is a traditional Shojin Ryori, which means Buddhist vegetarian-style cuisine. Shojin Ryori literally means like a food for enlightenment. And it's a really quite big meal, and a lot of people ask me, is this what the monks eat every day? And no, they don't. It's kind of a special occasion Buddhist food, the kind of Shingon equivalent of a Christmas dinner. Let's have a look at what's on the menu. So Shojin Ryori, it involves a kind of system of fives. So there are 5 different methods that are used in the creation of the food. So for example, boiled, steamed, fried, raw, and fermented. And also 5 different colors, such as green, black, white, and so on. And then 5 different tastes, such as bitter and sweet and umami, that kind of savory flavor. And this number 5, it's important because there are 5 precepts that people take in Buddhism. So this number has a significance as well. Looking in more detail at what we have to eat, there's a kind of hot pot just here. This is a kind of tofu and vegetable hot pot in a soy milk broth. And then this is a very famous item on Mount Koya. This is called Gomadofu, sesame tofu. Although it doesn't actually contain any tofu at all. It's actually made from sesame paste, but it has the same texture as tofu. And then this is the simmered dish, and also a different type of tofu in here called Koya tofu, Mount Koya tofu, a kind of freeze-dried tofu. Some nice fruit. This interesting item here is a type of ginger, wild ginger, called myoga, and a lovely seasonal chestnut just here as well. We've got a lovely selection of vegetable tempura with a dipping sauce, and usually this type of dipping sauce contains a kind of fish broth, but because it's a vegetarian cuisine, this is just a broth made using only kombu seaweed. You've got a couple of different pickled dishes just here, and then this is a kind of imitation meat in here, which has a delightfully kind of gingery flavor. And then in here, we've got a kind of vegetable steamed dumpling. I have some mushrooms as well. And then also a soup dish with a kind of, it's called fu, which is a kind of wheat gluten. And then here, of course, you have a bowl empty at the moment for your rice, and a teacup for tea, although I have got myself a beer. You might think that Buddhist cuisine should be kind of teetotal, but actually even during Kukai's time, even during the 9th century, he allowed monks on Mount Koya to have just a little bit of alcohol, 1 cup of sake a day, because it's so cold on Mount Koya, especially in the winter. And they called this hanyato, wisdom water. But today I've got what people call bubbly wisdom water, a nice refreshing beer for with dinner. And so now we're ready to eat. So we've got the lighter here, and we can light our fire underneath this tofu hot pot, and that just takes just a few minutes to cook, and it'll be ready to eat.